Hi guys, my name is Paul Cheesman. I am a personal trainer and nutrition expert and have been for 11 years. A lot of you are going to want credibility, so here's a photo that I took this morning. So, why have I started vlogging? Well, it's a lot quicker than writing a blog, and I'm sure you guys don't want to read hundreds and hundreds of words. You'd rather just listen to the video or watch the video. Um, the aim with these posts that I'm going to be doing over the next few months will be to give you guys, the training advantage. I see a lot of people training, in the wrong way, not through fault of theirs, just through lack of knowledge. I want to make that knowledge widely available so you guys can achieve the results that you deserve. Today's post is going to be about fat loss, possibly the most desired goal in fitness in the entire industry, and what I like to call being ultra lean. Now, ultra lean is basically being stripped, shredded, toned, defined, any way you describe it, that athletic look. Um, it's about losing lots and lots of fat. How do we lose fat? Efficiently, quickly, and safely. I like to view fat loss as a journey. You have a current position, an end destination, a journey you need to travel in between, and you need direction and focus. In fat loss, you have three primary tools. First one is diet and nutrition. You cannot out-train a bad diet, so get your diet in check or you're not going to see any results. Second one is resistance training. This increases your metabolism and allows you to be more efficient when you're doing the third, which is your cardiovascular training. The only way to burn fat efficiently is to burn it off as a fuel through cardiovascular exercise. When trying to burn fat through cardiovascular exercise, every single moment you spend doing it needs to be laser-like focused on burning that fat. The most efficient way I have found for myself and my clients to burn large amounts of fat is fasted cardio. What is fasted cardio? Fasted cardio is where you wake up in the morning, before you have breakfast, you go to the gym or you go outside and you do low intensity cardio for an extended period of time. What is low intensity cardio? Low intensity cardio can be whatever you need it to be. It can be a walk on the treadmill, it can be a ride on the cross trainer, a ride on the bike in the gym. You could ride your bike outside, you can take a walk outside, you can jog outside, you can skip. It's totally up to you. Whatever you need to do to get your heart rate to a specific zone. Why do we need to work in specific heart rate zones? Now, heart rate zones that you need to work in differ from person to person. However, the lower the intensity, the more fat you utilize as a fuel. The higher the intensity, the more tendency the body has to burn carbohydrates. Now, both burn calories. Calories is a measurement of heat or a measurement of energy. But where are those calories come from? You can work hard, jump off the treadmill and replace all that hard work that you did by eating some carbohydrates, sweet potato or bread, for example. However, if you work smarter and you stay in the specific fat burning zone, you step off the treadmill and you are scientifically leaner than when you first got on there. What heart rate zone do you need to work in? Contrary to what the machines say in the gym and what certain publications say, it is not 65 to 75% of your maximum heart rate. This is a generalization that does not apply to everyone. It doesn't apply to you as an individual, and it doesn't apply to me either. Where do I need to work then? Well, you're not going to know unless you have it scientifically measured. Now, I've had mine measured, and I used a company called TrainSmart, who's run by a guy called Mark Clark. What they do is they put you on a treadmill and you wear a gas mask. As you walk on the treadmill and your heart rate increases, they measure the gases that come out of your lungs, and through measuring those gases, they can tell you how much fat you are burning. Think of your mouth as the exhaust pipe of a car, and the engine, the fuel is fat, the engine is your body, and the exhaust is certain chemicals. The gas mask measures these certain chemicals and tells you how much fat you are burning at what specific heart rate. and then they work out the optimum range. My optimum range is between 111 and 124 beats per minute. I'm quite lucky because that's quite low, so it's quite easy for me to burn a lot of fat. Where should you be working? I would recommend that you should work between 120 and 130 beats per minute. Why? The majority of the tests that I've had clients do, the majority of the tests that other professionals that I speak to have had performed, the highest number of people lie between 120 and 130 beats per minute. It's a nice, safe place to be. You're not going to be working too hard, so you're not going to catabolize any muscle tissue, but you're also going to be burning, a decent amount of calories in that heart rate zone. So that is between 120 and 130 beats per minute. How long should I do fasted cardio for? I recommend a maximum of 1 hour, 60 minutes. I wouldn't do any more than that. And a minimum of 30 minutes. How many times should you do it a week? You can do it 7 days a week. I've recommended an hour a day, 7 days a week for a lot of people. But it's all to do with what you can fit into your lifestyle. If you can only get to the gym early in the morning or get outside with enough time to do your power walk early in the morning 4 times a week, then do 4 times a week. If you can only manage half an hour 4 times a week, do half an hour 4 times a week. Obviously, the more you do, the more fat you will burn, and the quicker the results and the better results you'll see. The less you do, the less fat you'll burn, the less results you'll see. If I work harder, will it make me lose fat faster? No. If you work over and above your heart rate zone, your specific zone, you will burn more carbohydrates than you will fat. This is how you can get on a treadmill, run hard and fast for a long period of time, and still not lose any fat. You diet nice and hard, you train nice and hard, but you don't change shape. Every time you get on the treadmill, it needs to be laser-like focused. It needs to be targeted, so stay in that heart rate zone. My heart rate zone, for example, is between 111 and 124. If I go over and above 136 beats per minute, I stop burning fat altogether and only burn carbohydrates. I do everything I can to stay in that fat burning zone as long as possible when I'm on there to make my workouts as efficient as possible. You should do the same. How do I measure my heart rate? Majority of cardio machines in the gym have silver panels on the grips, on the handles. These can measure your heart rate. How accurate they are, it does vary. But what I do recommend is you invest in a heart rate monitor. Now, this is a strap that you wear around your chest when you're training. It measures how fast your heart is beating, and if you're on a machine, it can transmit that signal to the machine and show you on the machine how fast your heart's beating. A lot of them also come with watches, so you can wear the heart rate monitor and it transmit to the watch to tell you what your heart rate is beating at. This is ideal for outside, cycling, jogging or skipping, for example. As long as you're measuring your heart rate and it's between that 120 to 130 for that period of time that you are going to be doing your fasted cardio for, you will see good results. What speed and incline should I walk at? How fast should I go on the bike? How heavy should I have the resistance on the cross trainer? It is all totally individual to you. Different people with different fitness levels are going to need a different stimulus to get their heart rate into that zone. Sometimes day to day it can vary as well. So some days I'll get on the treadmill and I'll be at a 5% incline with a 5 kilometer speed, and I can walk nice and easily and be burning lots of fat. Some days I have to have the incline at like 11 or 12 and walk at 5.5, 6 kilometers an hour just to get my heart rate to 111. It's different from person to person. It's different from day to day. It's just about working in the moment and how you feel. But what about high intensity interval training? Now, high intensity interval training isn't as efficient as people thought. There's been scientific discoveries that have shown that it's not as effective as it was once thought to be. In your high intensity interval training, your heart rate goes up too high, you don't burn fat as a fuel, you go up past your fat burning zone and you burn carbohydrates. Also the afterburn effect, or EPOC, excess post-oxygen consumption, is not as effective as they originally thought. Regular HIIT training also lowers your immune system and can stop you training because you get sick. However, low intensity training It's better for fat loss because you step off the treadmill leaner, and it's better for your immune system because it doesn't stress you out as much. Okay, let's bring all this information together. Before breakfast, you do fasted cardio, a minimum of 30 minutes, a maximum of 60 minutes. You do it as many times as you can, depending on your own individual life. Work between 120 to 130 beats per minute. You can use the cross trainer, the treadmill, the bike. You can power walk outside. It's totally your choice. That brings me to the end of the video, guys. I hope you learned something. I hope you use this to get some serious results. Please like, share, comment and subscribe so you don't miss out on any other videos. Comment to let me know what you would like to see next. You can also follow me on Twitter at @PaulPT_Cheesman, and you can follow me on Facebook, Paul Cheesman Personal Training, for more things like this and upcoming events.